and welcome to Terrifyingly Beautiful, the podcast all about anxiety and how weird the world is. I'm here with David Robert.
And he's Kevin O'Connell.
And he's Kevin. All right.
On NPR, they do it all the time.
Maybe you could just do like kind of like a Ed McMahon kind of thing. And here's Kevin.
Why am I giving you like the lead? Oh my God.
I'm Johnny in this situation.
Oh my God.
But you
Ed
get
McMahon.
You get to give out big checks to people from Publishers Clearinghouse.
Is he still? He died, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Is Johnny Carson dead? Yeah, they're both dead.
Yeah,
right?
of course he died.
Of course he died.
Oh, he's not on TV anymore. He has to be dead.
Once you're off TV, you're
He's
dead.
dead to us.
I love the Johnny Carson show.
Yeah, me too. He was hilarious.
I used to stay up super late. I mean, I was a young kid when that was on, and my mom said you couldn't put me to sleep before I saw Johnny Carson.
Really?
Mm.
Oh, wow. Is that where you got your like late night talk show, game show fascination?
Oh, yeah. Variety. The Smothers Brothers, that was my jam. I loved the Carol Burnett show.
Oh, yeah. That's a classic.
I would watch like the reruns of Sonny and Cher Hour. Yeah.
I've never seen the Sonny and Cher show.
No?
Isn't that crazy?
It's actually
and I
really
should.
good.
I'm older than you are, but
she was stunning in that. And she always looked super tall, and Cher is actually not that tall.
Didn't she perform last night at the Billboard Music Awards?
Yeah, she's 71, and she wore like a midriff shirt. She looked amazing.
Good for her.
I know. I took my parents once to see Cher in Vegas, and it was like the best thing I've ever been to.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I just actually randomly watched the clip of Will and Grace where she appeared, and Jack thought she was a drag queen.
Oh my God! Yeah, we're gonna sit in the back with the Cher doll so we don't get gawked at.
It's so good.
She is. Will and Grace is coming back.
I know, like what? For a small run, like 5-6 episodes.
I think it's 8, but if it's successful, they'll keep it going.
Oh yeah. It'll be successful, I think. I think there's still enough fan base.
Yeah,
I see like 14,000 messages on Facebook about it. So
I know. Okay. Get a gay audience, and you'll have fans for life, but piss them off, and you're done.
Well, that's the goal of this podcast,
yeah,
right?
So speaking of which, if you like this podcast, please visit our website. That was a great segue, right?
Thank you.
www. I don't know why I like saying that. Terrifyinglybeautiful.com.
Or on our social media at TerrifyinglyB for both Instagram and Twitter.
Yes, or you can visit us at our houses. Just come on by and knock. We'll make you a drink.
We should probably get a P.O. box so people can mail us shit.
I know. Well, then that
creepy dolls. And
no, then we'll have to do many more episodes about the crap that people sent us that scare us.
Did you want to tell listeners what you pulled on me over the weekend?
Oh, this is a good one. So after that episode aired, David's neighbor, who I adore, she private messaged me a thing saying, "Hey, I want to pull a prank on David, but do you think he'll find it funny, or do you think he'll be mad?" And I went, "Who cares? What is it?" And she said, "Well, my daughter has this doll, and it's like probably 2.5 feet tall and has this really raggy hair, and she's like, and she loves it, but it's just like we pose it at my house, and can we get it somewhere in his house?" And I was like, "I'll be over next week with a ladder."
I'm giving you the stink eye right now.
I know
you can't see it, but yeah,
you can probably hear it like in the air,
like.
So we didn't quite get it where I wanted to, which was like up on your second floor balcony, but we did put it outside the door and knock and run away.
It was like 10:30 at night. We were playing games.
So
and I go, "Who is knocking on the door at 10:30 at night?" I opened the door.
No, you did. You looked through the window.
That's right.
First.
I saw this bunch of gray hair. I lost my mind. I thought it was like a creepy neighbor trying to spy on us. And I opened the door to yell at the person, and this doll is hanging off the railing. I screamed out loud. I was like, "Ah!"
I wanted to put a rosary in its hand or something.
Kevin, you're going to. The universe is already aligned against me. I don't need any help, right? So
you told me this is what stressed you out this week. So
yes.
That's all I know is that you're worried about dying.
Yes. Are we all worried about dying?
Always. That's literally going to be like a 7-part. It's going to be like an NPR kind of thing where we just talk about dying.
Oh, like a serial podcast.
Yeah, and then at the end, the last episode, we just die.
Oh, that's pretty dramatic.
I know, but most of those things don't have definite endings.
Oh
like Serial, I need an ending. Missing Richard Simmons, I needed an ending.
What do we do? Eat the poison berries from the Hunger Games? How are you gonna
Yes, together at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
But at the last moment,
Snow comes in and President Snow comes in.
I was like, oh, it starts snowing. It's
no, President Snow.
Summer.
For those of you who have not watched The Hunger Games, is a main character. Anyways. So this week, what has stressed me out, it does have to do with dying. As you know,
I'm
Kevin.
Take a sip to prepare. Go ahead.
There you go. Yeah, we're having, we actually started this podcast episode a little bit earlier, and we're like, something's not quite right. I go, oh my God, we don't have any alcohol. Yeah. So we had to pause it and pour a drink, but we're not advising anybody drinking through their stress, but it helps. Helps me anyways.
Great. Now we're going to get letters in our non-existent P.O. box.
Oh, God. Everybody calm down. It's one drink. Yeah. So Yeah, so as you know, I'm convinced the universe is like out to get me.
Mhm.
Everything makes me allergic. I have an allergy to coconut, an allergy to almonds, and now I realize I have an allergy to Granny Smith apples.
Granny Smith apples? Just
Kevin.
that kind of apple?
Kevin, you know how when you go to a restaurant and you order like a pear and goat cheese salad, they
That's
always
the
have
best.
like the Granny Smith apples chopped into it, right? Every single time I bite into a Granny Smith apple, my throat starts to close up. It gets really itchy. My lips start to puff up.
Wow. Jeez, you should get the hint, dude. Like, just check out. The world's trying to kill you.
Well, okay, so this could be shocking to you, but, I always thought that I was just, maybe just a weak person, because Pinot Grigio does the same thing. Everything, right? So, everything. But I just saw on Facebook a few minutes ago, one of our friends posted an article at npr.org that if you get that tingling sensation in your mouth after biting into a fruit or vegetable, it's a real syndrome.
Oh, yeah. So I actually do celery.
Oh, see?
Whenever I eat celery, my mouth goes numbs, and I'm like, my mouth goes numbs. I see I'm eating celery now. It's like almost to the level of Novocaine, where like I can't feel things in my mouth from celery.
That's weird.
So I wonder
Celery.
if I'm going to look that up after.
Well, do you know what the reasoning is?
What?
Is that these vegetables and fruits are not properly washed. They're loaded with pollen. And those who have like seasonal allergies, it's like you're getting a shot of it.
Lovely.
Which is why. So maybe you do have seasonal allergies.
So don't eat fruits and vegetables, everyone.
Yes, just eat processed food. You'll be fine.
Just Cheez-Its and mayonnaise.
And red wine.
Yeah, perfect. No, there's
Cheez-Its and mayonnaise.
I don't know, two of my favorite things.
They're probably good, yeah.
Well, there's like sulfites and nitrites and stuff.
No, they have...
No, in red wine, you can't.
No, do you pay attention to social media? They have fit wine now, where it's like no
Fit
sulfites.
wine?
There's no sulfites. You can drink as much as you want. You're going to hangover and a headache.
There's like a gym you can go to and you drink now.
What?
Yeah, I saw that posted somewhere
That's
too.
Ridiculous.
People just combine two things and make a business out of it and hope that something sticks.
Do you want to be skinny? Do you want to be fat? Make a decision.
I would like to be drunk either way. Not really.
Well, anyways, so I've been stressed out the whole week. I'm like, what else could possibly make me allergic? I'm limited now. I can eat like hamburger.
You're gonna end up like Ebenezer Scrooge, just like eating gruel.
That's basically what I'm reduced to right now, Kevin.
Jeez.
I mean, if you saw what I ate on a daily basis, I eat like granola bars, and I eat with no almonds, and I eat chicken.
You can't have a Waldorf salad now, right?
No.
It's got like nuts and
I have to have
grains.
them pick out the nuts and the
just
the apples,
lettuce.
Yeah, just lettuce and goat cheese.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know.
If
I
I
do
develop if I develop an allergy to cheese, I'll lose my mind.
Oh yeah, no, I need cheese and peanut butter in my life.
Yeah, peanut butter. We talked about that.
But at Granny Smith apples, I like them like. I like the fresh ones, but whenever anything's green apple flavored, it actually tastes gross to me.
Like an apple Jolly Rancher.
Yeah. So I like red apple fake. Like there's certain fruits that I like. Certain fruits that I like fake flavors. Like fake grape is amazing to me.
How about watermelon's a classic fake one?
Yes,
banana.
But real watermelon. No, fake banana is gross. Banana runts.
You love these runts.
I do love runs. most of my opinions in this world are based around candy.
Yeah, runs. Because you called the hotline and complained about they changed the flavor.
I did. Yeah.
Anyways.
So let me this is a weird segue, but mine has to do not with food, but this week, so we were sitting last night and deciding what we were going to watch for a new show, right?
You and Jesse?
Yes. Okay. So we always try to pick like a show that we're going to watch together, and then I have shows that I watch when I travel, blah, blah, blah. And there is a moment of panic when I decide when I'm going to commit to a show or not, because I worry that I'm either going to devote too much time to it and hate it, or I worry that I'm going to become obsessed with it and then it's going to get canceled, or I don't have enough of it. It's a real problem for me.
Well, the first thing I do is, I like how many seasons are available, because I cannot binge watch 5 seasons of a show.
Right. No, I agree that if 4 is the cutoff point. So if something's 4 seasons in and I'm going to start it, I'm like, that's a big commitment. And what if I really like it? I don't know. But then something new, right? Something new that's going to start. I don't even like to watch shows that are live anymore because I'm worried they're going to get canceled.
Well, maybe we're spoiled, with technology, but I love it when they release all the episodes at one time. Mm-hmm. Like when the OA came out on Netflix, they had all the episodes.
I lost 2 days.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah, and I watched the first 2 episodes of this is after they came out, but True Blood in one weekend, 24 hours, Kevin, of that's one weekend.
So that's one of the shows that's a problem for me. So the problem I think originated from Lost and True Blood. So Lost, I was into Lost.
I almost just reference this TV show because
Really?
I had never seen it was on TV.
Oh my gosh.
And
I watched it live,
God.
like not
Oh,
binge,
no.
live from episode 1 and was obsessed. I even bought, you could buy like jigsaw puzzles and put them together to like get secret information about the show, which ended up being nothing.
Of course.
But yeah, and so at the end of Lost, I threw this big party and I was going to wait for this big thing where I had like buckets of chicken that I decorated to look like Hurley's chicken thing. Oh yeah, I went all out.
Super into it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had Dharma beer that I like labeled, and I was really, really into it. And then it ended, and it was a really weird ending, and everyone at the party like shot their head over and looked at me, and I just got up and walked away.
Yeah.
I actually had a lot of problems with the ending of that show because I feel that they didn't have that ending at the beginning, even though they said that they did, and they were like pulling the wool over our eyes.
Well, I did not get to the end of the show because I began to binge watch it on Netflix and didn't realize there was like 19 seasons of the show.
It's not quite that much.
Like 22 episodes per season.
It's a commitment.
It's not like Netflix where it's like, 8 episodes and then the season's over.
Yeah.
So I got through probably 3 seasons and then Netflix removed it from its platform. And so I had a little bit of nervous breakdown, but then I was like, I can't watch 9 more seasons of the show. So I gave up.
I ultimately came to terms with the ending and I'm okay with it now.
Oh.
But then the opposite is True Blood. So I was obsessed. I loved it through like season 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And then when it started to get bad, I was like, at what point do I cut this off? Because I'm not enjoying it, but I've devoted 3 seasons and I care about these characters. And it's hard. It is hard for me to let go to something and that I didn't even enjoy.
But it went through some really bad. I mean, I liked it through the season where they have Marley, the woman who played Harry Potter's aunt.
Oh.
The one that he was staying with, the mean one. She played that weird witchy.
Petunia?
Yeah, but she played as was it Marley or Marla?
I didn't even get that far.
It
When they
was
started
so
doing
good.
fairies, I was out.
The fairy part was pretty cool.
I was out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I didn't like it when they got to weird the war between the others. Yeah, anyways.
But it is a thing that I overthink way too much about. Devoting my time and my attention to something that is either going to be taken away from me or something that I'm going to lose interest in and be mad that I wasted all those hours.
Well, don't scare away possible listeners to our podcast, Kevin. I mean,
No.
You're if they're trying to debate whether to launch our podcast and commit to ours or somebody else's. I mean, hello, ours.
Well, I mean, we're going to have an amazing ending. Didn't we just talk about that?
Yeah, eating poison berries.
Suicide pact. Not funny to talk about.
Oh,
but
God. No.
Just for entertainment purposes only. And let's just put that out there. If anyone takes anything that we say for face value that could be mildly offensive, screw all of you, because this ultimately is for entertainment.
Yeah, we're obviously using humor to talk about our anxious personalities. This is not coming from a bad intention.
Yeah.
So
so if you really think we're endorsing anything bad, just turn this off and go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's just you're here for 45 minutes just to listen to us gab about our our anxious lives. So
realize you're
perspective.
You're stupid as we are.
Well, not stupid. I would say they're as anxious as we are.
No, as stupid as we are, because every person, even the person who's the uppitiest about everything, like, oh, I can't believe that they said that, or they're mansplaining this, or when people say all lives matters, I'm like, calm down. It's not all about you. Let people have whatever they need, whatever movements. Calm down, because I bet you have all this shit that you care about that nobody else cares about. So
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. We're all stupid.
Well, I told you I saw this. It wasn't directed toward us, but somebody in my network on Facebook posted a story that they were sourcing. I forget from where, but it said stop using the word crazy, and it's offensive.
I talked about this already. Yeah,
and it's like, calm down. We're not talking about crazy in the clinical sense, but crazy in sort of the theoretical sense, right? So
words do have multiple meanings, people. And I said, it all comes down to an intent. We're never intending to belittle or take down the strife of people with actual mental illness. We're using a word that's an adjective.
This is actually an upcoming topic of ours in one of our future podcasts. So
yeah. Yeah. Well, but then on the opposite side, once I learned that a word truly is offensive, I go out of my way not to use it anymore.
Like retarded?
Yeah, or midget. You don't say that word anymore.
No, of course not.
Right. So once something says, hey, that's offensive and here's why, I will change it. I will. So
okay.
Honestly, I'm not going to ever go out of my way to be intentionally hurtful to somebody. So.
You're not the evil bitch we all thought you were, is that what you're trying to say?
No, I am. But okay. I just want people to back off of it a little bit.
At least you get it. You understand.
Oh, see, now I'm worried that people think I'm an evil bitch.
I'll read the email this week, so I'll protect you. Okay.
Listen, the people that know me think I'm awesome, right?
They love you. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay. Most of them.
Man, that took a weird turn from a good serious there.
God, I'm sipping my drink.
I know.
Stressing me out.
Everyone just take a moment, pull over on the side of the road and take a sip of your drink.
Yeah, pause. Oh my God.
See?
With no seatbelt.
Kidding.
We get sued.
All right, so my topic this week is actually something that I used to be afraid of. But I mentioned this to somebody recently. It was actually my mother, and she said, you have to do an episode on this. Now, remember, my mother's never heard this podcast because she's deaf.
Mm-hmm.
But I told her what it was, and she asked what we talk about, and we're going to have to get like transcripts for her or something.
We have show notes on our website.
Yes, she reads the show notes.
Nancy.
And she read your book.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she read
Poor
your book, Wonderlush.
Poor thing.
No, it's now her favorite book after The Shack.
Oh, okay. After the Christian book?
That yeah, my mom's super religious. This like super Christian-y book where this guy like meets God, who's Octavia Spencer in the movie.
And then Wanderlush,
and then your
the
book.
drunk mother. Yeah. Okay.
So, anyways, she wanted to sign her copy.
I will.
Okay,
sure.
So she said, Kevin, you have to talk about the basement people.
Oh boy.
David, you look glowing today.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. You don't give me compliments very often. I'll take that.
Like won a equinox, but
millennium.
What are you doing? Did you get some? What is it?
Yeah, it's my new face mask.
A face mask?
I took our own advice and went to nbsp.com and ordered face masks.
Look at you.
They're like green tea extract face mask, and oh my God, Kevin, I'm telling you right now, I've done 2 of them so far in the last week, and a huge difference.
It's working.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It's taking like 6 months off of my age.
Oh, 6 months.
I'll take it.
So now you're 83 and a half.
No, I love it though. I mean, they're easy to use and actually pretty inexpensive. I think it was like $18 for 3 of them, plus a 25% off.
That's right. So 1AM Beauty, that's the number 1, ambeauty.com, are offering terrifyingly beautiful listeners 25% off your entire order by using the promo code BEAUTIFUL.
And it's on anything.
So you should stock up.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, check it out. 1ambeauty.com.
Please do. Bye.
Bye. And I said, what do you mean, Mom? She goes, I know that there is not anyone who lives in my basement, but I will not go in the basement unless your father is home because I am terrified of the basement.
Oh, Kevin. Oh my God. I'm not sure I'll be able to help you with this one actually, because I told you I have, I'll save my issue. You go on. I have.
We're in a basement right now.
Well, it's sort of a basement. It's furnished.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an unfinished basement that I can't go into.
Okay. So let me just give you a little background on me.
I'm already getting like my hair and my arms raising already.
Well, so growing up, we were terrified of the basement in my house. And we lived in a very old house. It was over 150 years old. It was just on the border of being like one of those historical houses that you can't like do shit to because it's like part of the registry.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful 2-family, and we had this very big basement downstairs that was pretty empty but really creepy. And my sister and I would never ever go down there like alone. Well, I lived there for 13 years, and the week before we moved out to the house that I spent my teenage years in, my mother told me that 100 years ago, that house used to be a funeral parlor.
What?
Yes.
Oh, no.
So, yep.
I would have lost my mind.
I grew up in an old funeral parlor.
Kevin, you absolutely had like haunted people there, like spirits and shit.
We actually didn't think the basement was haunted. My sister and I were both convinced that my parents' bedroom was haunted. That's a whole other topic.
Oh, God, no.
But we used to play downstairs, again, not alone. It would always be me and my sister. We would play down there and do like, weird shit because it was open and it was cold out. We could do that. But there was a big tank downstairs that my father told us was the oil tank. Well, what I didn't think about as a young child is that we didn't have oil heat.
Oh my God.
So it was an old embalming tank.
Oh, no.
I know. And when my mother told me that when I was 14, I was like, I'm not staying here. She's like, we have one more week in the house. It doesn't change things.
How does that work? They like have like some embalming fluid in that tank and they just push it through your body?
Yeah.
It's still in your bed. They couldn't take it out of the house when you moved into the house?
Well, it was a huge, like, big, like, metal tank.
Was it full?
And I think they
like fluid in there?
No, it was not full. Because we used to knock on it all the time. And I would be like, Dad, we're out of oil. And he'd be like, we're fine.
Back?
No.
God, can you imagine that?
No, I never thought that house was haunted, but we were always afraid of it. So tell me about your issues with basement.
So just yesterday, this is how recent it is for me. Mm-hmm. So Pete and I had a little impromptu barbecue with some friends, and we brought up out of the basement a card table and some chairs just to sit down outside. And they're all stacked up against the door to our basement. And I thought this morning, I have some time to kill. Let me go put them away in the basement. And I realized I'm home alone. And I was like, yeah, it's not happening. Because I can't get, this is so ridiculous, this anxiety, this fear. I'm a grown man. I can't go into the basement on my own to put chairs away, so I have to wait until Pete comes home.
Oh my God.
And then...
what do you think is going to happen down there?
Okay, so the other day I was, it doesn't happen very often, shocking, but I was actually mopping the floor. It's a long story. I hate house cleaning. But
your house is super clean, though, whenever I go over there.
I just open all the windows and doors, and all the wind just blows the shit away. So,
okay.
It's a new theory I have, like wind cleaning or something. But so I opened the door to get to the basement, and we have all of our brooms and stuff on the wall. And I knocked one of the brooms down the staircase, and it went all the way down to the bottom. And for a moment, I was debating whether I would climb down the stairs to pick it up.
You're like, that's going
and
forever.
I was like, fuck that. I'll let Pete get it when he comes home from work. I didn't want to go down. It's so ridiculous. I didn't want to go downstairs because our basement's very creepy. It's like, it's not finished at all. It's all like, beams and pipes, and there's weird noises, and there's spider webs. And I've seen like mice poop, so there's rodents down there. And
well, I guess in general, basements are like dark and usually kind of dreary, and there are bugs and stuff down there, right? And most of them don't have windows. If they do, there's like little half windows.
There's no escape. The only way out is the way you came in.
So that it's creepy, and a lot of it probably has to do with like horror movies. My parents' basement. So my mom won't go down there, but when they moved in, I helped them move in the house, and they had this little like built-in closet. It was built out of wood, like in the basement. And there's nothing else down there, right? And so my mother's like, "What is this?" And she opens the door, and on the inside, in like red paint that's kind of dripping, it says Catherine's room.
No.
Yes, on the inside, and there's no lights in there.
What?
I know, and they've left it there. I have to go over there and take a picture.
Oh my, yeah, please, you have to for Instagram.
I think it's Catherine. It could be some other girl's name, but it's Catherine sticks in my head. They've lived there for a while, but
holy crap!
I know she will not go down there. So laundry doesn't get done unless my dad's home.
Yeah, there's some weird. So we live near the water, and so there's always like moisture in the basement, and so I'm always afraid of like
your downstairs is moist.
Yes. And so is the basement. Oh my God, Kevin. Sorry. So again, I'm not really sure where the fear came from because I had a basement growing up, and we go down there, but I just can't. Well, maybe I do know the reason why. So I'm afraid when I go. This is probably too much horror movie stuff, right? So I'm afraid if I go down the stairs, I'm going to hear the top door slam shut, and then I have nowhere to go. And so I'm going to be like vulnerable for the beast or the demons that are going to kill me, right?
So there's nothing down there, but you think you're going to get trapped down there.
How do I know something down there?
Does it lock from the top floor?
No, but you've seen horror movies. There's always like some kind of like a demonic pressure against the door. You can't open it up.
You're much
pounding
closer
on the door. You watch The Conjuring, right? Where she's poked her head downstairs and like
in the clap.
God, don't say that.
Just
oh my God, Kevin.
You're that much closer to hell, so the demons can get you easier.
Well, we already established my fear of like demonic dolls that these demons come from the ground. You're closer to the ground down there, so it makes sense to me.
So just don't put any dolls in your basement.
But also, where do you store? Okay, so as an example, when you are having a tag sale, where do you get all that shit you're going to sell? You go in the basement and sort of store stuff in the basement,
your
right?
Garage or
so
the
it's
attic.
the place that you would probably have like something that you've been had forever that has some kind of like demonic possession in it. I'm telling you right now.
Is this really goes back to that? You think there's possessed items in your basement?
Absolutely. Don't you think, Kevin?
I actually have an attic in this house that I've never been in.
Yeah.
It's really small because I have like the open ceilings, but I've never been in there because I'm sure it's just stacked bodies.
Yeah, so I'm not a fan of attics either. I don't like anything that's maybe just a princess. I just like things that are finished.
Yeah, I get that.
With like air conditioning,
of course.
And beverages.
And a butler.
But no, I'm with your mom on this one about the.
Can I tell you a scary story about basements?
Is it gonna make me feel better about basements or worse?
Probably worse.
Okay. So what's the term they call this now? Flooding?
Yes, so we learned this. We two psychologists heard about our podcast and listened to it, and they said, so there's two kinds of ways to get over your fear. There's like incremental, where it's like you get small doses of it. So if you're afraid of spiders, they have you hold a picture of a spider, and then you move up to like the end of it. It's like they cover you in tarantulas.
Kiss a spider. Yeah.
Yeah. We used to marry a spider at the end.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
A spider bit me on the back of the neck last week when I was traveling for work, and I was like, I think I texted Jesse, like, I can only assume I'm going to have superpowers when I get
That's
home.
right. Guess what I had on my torso?
What?
On my side. I was taking my shirt off to get into the shower. A little TMI there. And I saw...
Wait, no, TMI, that's assumed. We assumed you don't shower with your shirt on.
Oh, I always shower with my clothes on. Because I told you I don't do laundry very often. It takes you kill two birds with one stone. Very efficient. But I saw this little black dot on my left side, and I didn't know what it was. And I kind of picked at it. It was a fucking tick.
It's a demon. Oh, gross.
Which are spiders. The same family, right? Arachnids.
Yeah, I think they are.
And I was like, what the hell? And
check for the bullseye rash.
No, it wasn't one of those. It wasn't a deer tick. It was
I had Lyme disease, so.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I had Lyme disease when I was like 13.
Oh, but
I never go outside.
That's a deer tick, though.
Yeah, that was a big fuck you to me. Like, you don't ever go outside. Here, have Lyme disease.
Oh.
Anyways. Okay, so wait, we got to finish flooding. So flooding is when you kind of like jump all in, right? So you have a fear, and then you decide to conquer it by, let's say it's heights. So you decide to go bungee jumping.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. I usually go right into it.
I will never bungee jump.
Well, no, because I don't really trust the person's knot tying ability and the elasticity of that bungee thing. And I've watched too many videos. YouTube has destroyed my faith in humanity.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they jump off. It's like, oh, shit. Was it 1,800 feet? Was it like 1,600 feet? It's like, oh, my God, they're going to hit the ground. Yeah. It's like, no.
Do you remember Faces of Death from the 90s?
Oh, God, don't.
Do you remember that?
Kevin, I still have an image of my head where they ate that monkey. They put the monkey in that little what do they call that? A little round table thing, a lazy Susan, and they all collected. Oh my God, don't! I know. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
People used to like bring it over for like sleepovers or parties and stuff, and want to play it, and I would always like say that my VCR was broken because I wouldn't want to watch it.
No, of course not. Who would want to watch that? Disturbing.
Okay, so I want to get to this subject, to the story that I found.
Yeah, Wait, what year was this?
2013 is when this happened. So it happened in Ohio State University.
Oh God.
Okay, so there were these students who rented like student housing, right? Which I did after my first year of college. Didn't live in the dorms, so they believed that it was haunted. It was a 3-story building, and they said this place is definitely haunted.
Okay.
Because they would come home and like the cupboard doors would be open, or like the door to the bathroom would be open or shut, or vice versa, right? And things would be moved around, and people
live there though, right? They're hungry and they have to go use the bathroom. So
yeah, well, they would all be out. So I think there was 3 roommates who lived there, and they would all go out to class, and then they would come home and they'd be like, "Dude, did you leave the microwave door open?" And be like, No, dude. I'm assuming this is how straight guys talk. No, bro. I did not leave that open. I don't know what they say after that.
Yeah, do I, right?
They just talk about vaginas.
Yeah.
And then they would hear like noises coming like from within the walls, and they were like, okay, we have a ghost. And apparently they were fine with that because they didn't, burn the place down or get a medium to... What do they just sage it?
Sage it, yeah.
Sage
smoke sage.
Yeah, like that does anything.
Okay, so doors open randomly, and then some not voices, noises from the wall.
So they heard like clankings and stuff. So one of them thought it was like pipes. Yeah. So one night it was in rhythmic succession. So they decided that they were going to search it out. Right. Okay. So they found this, it was a maintenance cupboard, and they said, well, maybe there is something wrong with one of the pipes. We'll go in the maintenance cupboard and like check it out, make sure that the plumbing's running and everything.
Oh, God.
It wasn't a maintenance cupboard.
Oh, God.
It was a secret door. And there was like a little, and I will post a picture of it. There was a secret room that had a sink and a basement. And it was clear there was like recently eaten food.
Somebody was living in their secret.
Someone was living in their basement that they had no idea, and they would stay hidden when people were home, and they would come out and up to the upstairs after they watched everyone leave.
That could be a horror movie.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like that movie The Boy we were talking about earlier.
That's true. Yeah.
So they found out, they even knew his names, and he was. I wish it was more sinister because it'd be a better story, but he was just like a poor student who couldn't afford housing. And his cousin, they researched it later, his name was Jeremy. They found like textbooks and stuff. And his cousin had lived there years before, and they never changed the locks. So she made a copy of the key and gave a copy to her cousin and said, hey, you can stay in this maintenance thing. Yeah.
How do you, okay, let's back up for a minute. I mean, yeah. How can somebody remain that quiet when others are home? Because they might have been home the whole night, so you can't like get up and use the bathroom.
They weren't that quiet. They were making the clanks, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you didn't hear toilet flushing.
Well, yeah, you'd probably wait to flush it until everybody left. So you probably, I don't know what kind of visibility he had.
Can you imagine?
I just want to see the moment on their faces when they open that door and they realize there's like a little mini apartment down there.
It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
No, I would move out. I would burn the house down.
Yeah. So, here's what they did.
And that was 2013?
What's that?
That was recently. Yeah, 2013.
Yeah,
okay.
So they actually couldn't get access to the door. They weren't going to break it down, obviously, security deposit.
Yeah.
So they got the realtor to open it, and the realtor had no idea it was in there.
Was the person there when they opened the door?
No.
Okay.
So what they did, and these guys have to go down as the history of like one of the coolest guys. They're probably super high, but they just like packed up his shit, left it outside, and left a note on the outside. Sorry, you can't live here anymore.
And you owe us rent money.
Yeah, I know. I would have just like set a booby trap, like Saw.
No, I would have put like cameras in there and see what the hell it was.
Yeah, I mean, they have pictures of the roommates, and they were kind of cute.
Okay, that's probably why he lived there.
Was your name Jeremy back in 2013, David?
Busted.
Yeah, so it says, the pals bore no ill will towards the man. He was a nice enough guy. He just wasn't supposed to be there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I probably would not have been that accommodating. I probably would have lost my mind and like, did some kind of ninja kick on him or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So I guess the moral of the story is if you rent a house, change the locks.
But I guess there's a positive aspect that not all basement people are evil. He seemed to be a nice person, Jeremy.
He did leave the microwave open.
Did you tell your mom that story?
I have not, no.
Because she might feel better. Maybe you do have basement people. Maybe they're just poor college students who are just looking for a place to live.
Oh, man. So again, I don't need to be helped through my own story this week, but I guess I can help you through your basement thing.
Well, okay, so I have another quick story. This is kind of what happens, right? So, our basement, I mean, I don't think we're hoarders, but we kind of like, not whores. Kevin, I saw the look on your face. Hoarders. But we do. I
wasn't going to judge.
We have a lot of shit. We have a lot of shit in the basement. Okay, and it's like some of it's kind of important stuff, but some of it's a lot of just crap we've accumulated over the years and just haven't dumped out. But it's like piled up in these like precarious, stacks of random stuff, and so I'll be downstairs looking for, I don't know, like
a spatula,
or a picture of my childhood for some reason or something, or and every single time I'm down, I get brave enough to go down there. Pete's always home. One of the piles comes crashing down. And it scares the shit out of me. And then what happens is, and
You're just shitty at balance.
I've been injured, so I run across the basement floor so fast to get up those stairs to get the hell out, because I'm thinking something's going to kill me, right?
Uh-huh.
That I ripped my big toenail off one time. I was barefoot. I stubbed it on this pipe that was coming out of the ground. That hurt so bad.
Toenails are a big thing for me. Remember that little Sporanox commercial where that little like goblin flips up the toenail for the fungus thing? I would almost fall off the couch whenever that happened.
It actually doesn't hurt until you realize what happened. So I didn't feel any pain until I got upstairs into the safety of the living room and had the basement door closed, but I realized I had no toenail left.
So you're still alone in the house.
No, Pete was there, but I would never go in the basement with Pete not there.
But you're still afraid when someone's home.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna lock you in your basement just to prove a point.
Oh no, Kevin. No, don't, please. That would be, I would actually prefer that than being locked like in a closed environment. Like
so what can people do to make their basement better? Like put up a Lisa Frank poster?
No, like finish it.
Finish it, yeah.
Put a TV.
Just go down and do something fun in your basement so you have a fun memory there. Like it's a great place to play beer pong, right? Because you don't care what the floor gets messed up.
Oh, I know, but
hey, that's how you get ants.
I just don't. It's creepy. It's
sure.
So your mom's perspective is, I think it's aligned with mine. am not a fan of like unfinished basements. They freak
Some
me
places are always going to be creepy, right? Like abandoned hospitals, always going to be creepy. No one's ever going to say, no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Basement's always going to be creepy because it's dark. The dark is a little scary, but also, like, realize if a monster lived down here, he's not going to wait until I come down here. He's going to go up the effing stairs.
Maybe he can't. Maybe there's some kind of like a spell on the door and he can't like pass.
Okay. Spells now. I'm trying to
All right,
talk
a little bit of a
logically.
reach, but I'm just, Kevin, I know it's irrational and it makes no sense logically, but most fears are illogical and don't make any sense logically.
I know, and I'm trying to get you past them, David.
It's not even my fears. This is the one you brought up for your topic. I'm just telling you that
anyone should be afraid of basements, it's me with the death basement.
Yeah, the funeral parlor with the
Yeah, they showed the bodies in our old living room, and that's ironic.
That's weird.
Right? Living room?
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, that's interesting.
I know.
Parlor.
Pallbearer parlor.
Oh, God. Well, there's it's a random thought, but we
don't know any other way.
There's an Irish restaurant nearby that also owns the next door. It's attached to a funeral parlor. They also own the funeral parlor. So like, so you can go. It's like weird. It's like, okay, it's not a very good like marketing campaign for the quality of your food.
No,
they're like physically attached to each other. These two
really?
buildings. Yeah, so weird. Is that a thing?
I hope not. I guess if business slows over and makes some omelets.
Yeah. Well, I've been there a couple of times, and like the age of the patrons is pretty up there.
I know which place you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't realize.
Maybe it's just like
maybe not have the blood pudding.
Just roll drunk Bob over to the other side of the building. But
I would love to talk to a funeral director. I just read a book about funeral directors. That was really interesting. But it was called "Does This Mean You'll See Me Naked?" which was someone's concern, which I thought was great.
Oh my God, of course they will.
Yeah, and that was his answer. Of course they will. And people were freaked out with it. Like, you're dead. What does it matter?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't worry about that.
No. But people do. It just goes to prove our point of like everyone is worried about weird things. Yeah. And don't be ashamed of it. But if you talk about it with people, you'll be fine.
Maybe. Yeah. I was not helped about the basement thing. I mean, I might actually talk about flooding. I might actually, unless Pete's very productive and he has high energy, maybe he's already put the furniture downstairs. But I might go home tonight and like put the furniture downstairs.
Try it, but like do it calmly. Do it with like an idea in your head that you're going to remain calm. Don't like run down there. Yeah, well, just go down there and just have my voice in the back of your head, or your own voice, preferably, saying, "I can do this. This is dumb." And just walk down the stairs and put this down here.
I'll take a picture of the basement because all of the shit is piled up right at the base of the stairs because I don't want to go any deeper into the basement.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God!
Well,
what is wrong with me?
Good thing you don't have to spend time down there. Then you have a beautiful house up top.
I know. Sometimes Pete will close the door and he'll blame it on the wind, and I'll freak out. I run up and he has his foot against the door, so I can't open it. And I'm like,
I have an idea.
Okay.
Put all of your booze downstairs.
Oh my God, you're so mean.
So no, it'll help. We talk about two birds, one stone.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
stay cool too.
Might cut down a little bit.
I'll be a teetotaler. I'll never drink again.
You should, if I'm just gonna cover when I get a bag of chips, I'm gonna cover it with spiders or something, so I don't go near it.
Oh, interesting. No.
That's
a whole other topic. We haven't even gotten on spiders yet, Kevin.
That has to be yours because I'm not afraid of spiders.
I can't believe that.
I don't like them. I don't want to be.
So if this big 1 pound furry tarantula just jumped out onto your shoulder, you wouldn't flip out?
Oh yeah, because anything jumping on me would scare me. But I'm not afraid of spiders. I don't know.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, spiders freak me out.
Snakes, I don't like.
Oh, I don't mind snakes though.
Oh, okay. Well, this is good. I feel between the two of us, we're going to make a complete person.
Great. I feel bad for that person.
Well, we should wrap this up. But this has been interesting. So here's everyone's assignment for the week.
Call to action.
Yeah,
Send pictures of your basement.
Yeah, send pictures of your basement and we'll say something lovely about it. Oh, that's a really nice stairs.
Blood stain on the wall back there.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But I think I'm living proof that if you can live in a house for 14 years where your basement was a funeral home.
A morgue, basically.
No, the morgue was next door, which is weird. They embalmed. I know they kept the bodies on ice there, wheeled them over, embalmed them, and then showed them. I don't know why I researched it, but I did.
Oh, but, God.
Yeah, if anyone can do it, it's me. So I want everyone, if you're afraid of your basement, to go down to your basement. Maybe you gotta put something down there.
Do a selfie.
A selfie in your basement? Sure.
You know what happened with me if I do a selfie? But
just a thought in your head saying, I can do this and this is stupid.
I know exactly what's going to happen if you do a selfie in the basement. I'll do a selfie, and then a little bit when I see the picture, it'll be like this weird, like shadowy, monster in the background. So I was like, no, not happening. Well, it's not happening.
If you do that, then our next episode will be called "Everyone Fear Your Basement,"
Exactly.
And we'll tell people the opposite.
Yeah, oh my God. Okay, well, all right.
I have no problem being contradictory.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, okay. It's true.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Tune in next episode where we talk about addicts. I don't know. Not addicts.
Oh, okay.
Like addictions. Addicts.
Oh,
yes.
addicts.
Attics.
Like
attics?
Like opposite basements.
The eaves.
Flowers in the Attic.
Oh, V.C. Andrews.
I love that book series.
I never read it, but I liked the covers a lot. They had bright colors against the black.
And the kids are kind of cute. The guys are kind of cute.
Don't say that. They were like kids.
They were teenagers.
Later.
18, 19, 20.
Oh, okay. You're safe.
First of all, I was like 14 when I read the book, so it's not inappropriate to find somebody who's 14 attractive at 14.
It is inappropriate for a 14-year-old boy to read V.C. Andrews novels, actually.
Blame my mother. She's the one who I was like desperate to read something, and so all she would write was like V.C. Andrews and like Dean Koontz.
You're going to be like 50 reading like Anne of Green Gables, being like, I love this.
What's wrong with that?
I guess nothing.
Okay.
All right, everyone. We love you. Stay calm. And remember, life's crazy.
You don't have to be.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a really good one.